Good morning, Vail. Thank you for joining us. My name's Megan Wright, and I'm coming live to you from Golden Peak. Stick around, we got lots of good news and information to share with you. What's happening, events, traffic, of course, update, and the weather, the unpredictable weather. So stay tuned. Vail Valley Live starts right now.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Vail Valley Live. I'm Trisha Swenson here in the hot seat in the Grand Hyatt Vail Studios on this Wednesday morning, January 25th. We just saw Megan Wright out on the snow at Golden Peak, and we're going to have another great day for you out there. A little bit of new snow to talk about, and lots going on, especially this weekend. So we're going to get you kind of geared up for what you can do today, tomorrow, and through the rest of the weekend. And we have a few highlights on what's coming up down the road. Maybe it's the Beaver Creek Culinary Weekend. We also have the Talents Challenge coming up at the end of February. You still have some time to maybe start working on those legs for all those mogul runs. 14 to be exact. Black and double black diamond mogul runs over at Beaver Creek for the Talents Challenge. And we'll let you know what some of the entertainment coming to Villar Center and things you won't want to miss. So first and foremost, you can watch us live on Outside Television, 7:30 to 8:30, right there on Comcast, or you can watch us anytime on YouTube and Facebook. But if you want to chat with us, you can do so when we're live, 7:30 to 8:30 Mountain Standard Time. And we love our chatters. We love finding out what you want to know. Consider us your concierge to the Vail Valley. Or if you have a few tidbits, if you've been out on the hill, if you've been noticing things, we'd love to hear from you. So sign in this morning and start chatting. Pay attention to the crawl on the bottom of the screen. That's been what's been groomed in the last 24 hours. So if you're looking for some corduroy today, you might find it. That might be hidden though under a couple of inches of snow. Let's get into our weather right now. Brought to you by the outlets at Silverthorne. We did receive 4 inches of new snow at Beaver Creek and then 3 over at Vail. So we're having these storms that aren't as producing these huge amounts, but you know what? We'll take it. We'll take what we can get. It is a chilly one this morning up on Beaver Creek Mountain and Vail Mountain. They're calling for 0 and 1 below up on the mountain. On the valley floor, 7 degrees is what we're seeing. And we're only going to see a high upper teens, 20s for today. And maybe a little bit of new snow throughout the day as well. Maybe inch or two depending on where you're out, and then maybe a little bit more overnight. But according to the National Weather Service, chance of precipitation is 80% for today. And the winds will be west and northwest 5 to 15 miles per hour. So that could put the chill factor into play. And then tonight we'll drop down into the single digits once again, and we'll have some more snow. Chance of precipitation 60% according to the National Weather Service. And then for your Thursday, we're going to see a 40% chance of showers mainly before 2 p.m., but the cloud cover is going to hang around. And then on Thursday, mostly cloudy, and we'll dip down into those single digits once again. Thursday or Friday, 40% chance of snow. So it doesn't look like we're going to see the sun at all for the next several days. And then according to Open Snow, here's the accumulation. Here's what we're looking at out there. So maybe, just a little bit today, that 1 inch today, not much tomorrow, not even reporting much. And then Friday, Saturday, we could see a little bit of measurable snow, 3-4 inches. And then we'll take a little break Sunday into Monday, and then another storm rolling in on Tuesday. So here, that's what we have to look forward to. But season to date, 209 inches on Vail Mountain, 185 over at Beaver Creek, and Vail is 100% open right now. We still are waiting on that Sundown Express lift. So that is lift 17. That's coming out of Sundown Bowl, the base terminal is right by the base of High Noon Express. And then it jumps out right at the top of 7, which is Game Creek Express, and the Wildwood Express, which is chair number 3, and Wildwood Restaurant, the smokehouse that's right there. I love their smoked chicken and wild rice soup. I always love to get that. Great views from that vantage point as well. And I think once we get the new lift open, I think the second ice bar is going to be placed in that location. The first one is over at the top of Eagle's Nest, right next to those little igloos that you can rent and everything. So, but the second one is supposed to be coming. But let's take it outside to Megan, who's standing by. She's braving the elements and find out what it feels like on this Wednesday morning. Ooh, I know it's a chilly one. We're talking like single digits right now.
Yeah, I got some layers on for
Okay.
sure.
Okay,
Definitely a
good.
layered kind of day. Yeah, not a lot of people are out here. I thought I saw a couple people skimming, but that's it. Just like
Yeah.
two.
Yeah, you know what I mean, because well, they got to be off the mountain by 8:15, because
Yeah,
you're allowed to skin up or hike up, snowshoe, yak tracks, that type of thing, but you've got to be off the mountain by 8:15 because the lifts open at 8:30. And then if you're going to do it in the afternoon, they ask that you wait a half hour after the lifts close. So 3:30 is when Main Vail Mountain closes right now. So you
yeah.
could skin up at 4 over at Beaver Creek. They don't close Main Mountain till 4, so you gotta wait till 4:30. So just a little tidbits. And hey, no dogs, no dogs, no dogs.
No doubt.
You know, I
Yeah,
was talking to Ellen Miller, who's really a champion for trying to keep skinning a privilege that we're able to do up on Vail and Beaver Creek Mountain. She works with the professionals over at Vail Resorts. And she said one of the things that's going to jeopardize it is going to be the dogs.
yeah.
So we're just trying to get the word out there. You can bring your dog up Middle Mountain, Lake Creek, Univa, all those other places. That's fine, but not on Vail
Not on our
Resorts
mountain.
property. Yeah,
That's
so
right.
just a
Yeah.
little PSA this morning, but I'm loving the look. I'm loving the light blue. I love the veil symbol. You're looking very
Am I
nice today.
blending in?
Yeah, yeah, I know. You're kind of blending in a little bit. And you know what? That's what we see. You know what? When my husband wears like kind of browns and navies and blacks, I can barely pick him out. He's got a pair of orange ski pants, and I'm like, please wear those
There you
because I can find you better and I can see better. But Megan, we are in a pattern for the next couple of days where we're not really going to see the sunshine. We're going to need those light color lenses for the goggles to help with definition. And what are some tricks that you use, on days like this where it might be a little bit harder to see?
Goggles are the key for me because I need like clear goggles on days like today because you cannot see the definition of the moguls or, all the divots and all that kind of stuff. So goggles are really key for me. Of course, a hat and hand warmers I do wear sometimes. I have pockets in my gloves, so I use
Yeah.
those. Other than that, I just kind of stick around with those moguls. That keeps me pretty warm,
I
and I
know.
like to go into Wildwood and have that rice soup that you were talking
Oh
about.
yeah, yeah. I love that soup. I love that soup. Hey, and you're in a little different location. A lot of times we're at the base of Lion's Head and we're at the base of Gandhi One. So you're over at Golden Peak. Right behind you is the beginner chair, chair number
Yep, go for
12.
Hill.
Yeah, go for Hill. And you know what? We might see some of the Vail Veterans Program's attendees out there today. They had several families that flew in on Sunday, and then they come with their families. They're using the adaptive ski school instructors to help them get on the sit skis, the whether it's a modified snowboard and skis and everything. And so we might see them, and then they bring their kids, their spouses. It's a really wonderful offering for them. They do it all free of charge, and it's all due
Neat
to that
program.
wonderful nonprofit. Yeah, yeah, it's a great program that we've had since I think 2004 is when they started it.
Yeah, been a
Yeah.
while. Definitely. I'm if I see a veteran, I'm going to be like patting him on the back. Thank a veteran. for
Yeah,
sure.
thank them for sure. And you know what? In addition to what they're doing on the hill and getting that freedom of movement and maybe even being able to ski or snowboard with their family, they're doing fun things at night. I know that they've got their, different dinners at different restaurants. I think they go bowling one day. I think tomorrow night is going to be their last night in town. They leave Friday. And on that night, before they leave, they always take them over to the Vail Fire Department. And the fire department makes a big dinner. They have all the tables. They invite, some of the public and some of the Vail dignitaries. And it really is a special evening. And sometimes they're going down the fire pole. I've been there. I got invited to one of these right before COVID, right before the lockdown. And everyone, of course, had no idea what was going on. But it was fun. By the end of the night, a lot of the people, a lot of the vets that were here were going down the fire pole and having some fun.
I've always wanted to go down the fire pole. I want your job, Trisha.
I know. It was pretty fun. But okay, Megan, we've got to take it to a break. Let's get our show started. And once again, we invited people to chat on YouTube or Facebook. We'd love to find out where you're chiming in from. And today we're actually going to talk to one of our frequent chatters. We have Lisa, who's in town, and she's going to be meeting us down here at Cascade Chair 20 because she's over in West Vail, and that's how they get on the hill with really no line at all. So where Megan is the eastern portal of Vail Mountain, so the Rivabon Express, and then the little Gopher Hill Chair 12, and then you've got the gondola, Gandhi 1, at the top of Bridge Street, Lion's Head with Born Free Express, chair number 8 and 19, which is the Eagle Bond gondola, and then Cascade 20, which is right outside the Grand Hyatt Studios here in Vail, just a little further west than Lion's Head. But we'll get to that interview towards the end of the show, and then when we come back, we're going to have your headlines and road report and more.
Hi, my name is Carrie Mae Wack, and I'm with the Eagle Valley Library District, and today I'm at our Eagle branch featuring our Spark Studio. So this is our maker space lab, or the place where you can come try new technology. We have software, hardware, pretty much anything that you can use to make and create. We have some sort of version in our maker space. Thanks for checking out the Spark Studio with me today. Make sure to come back to the Eagle Public Library and check it out for yourself.
Welcome back to Vail Valley Live. Time now to see what made headlines in today's Vail Daily for Wednesday, the 25th of January. And on the cover, you know it was going to be her. We've got Michaela. We broke this news yesterday. We found out about it. She was over in Italy, and she broke the record for number of World Cup wins held by a female. The record had been held by Lindsey Vonn and Anne-Marie Prohl before that. Anne-Marie Prohl had had about 60, 62, and then Lindsay got to 82. Lindsay was chasing down Ingemar Stenmark's record of 86, but retired before that happened. Michaela has now surpassed that with 83 wins. So look at there. She wore a crown as she celebrates on the podium after winning winning Tuesday's World Cup Giant Slalom in Kronplatz, Italy. It was Schifrin's 18th career Giant Slalom victory. And that leads us into the local and regional news. This is big news throughout the world. She is humble as ever and claims record-breaking 83rd World Cup win to surpass Lindsey Vonn. So check that out on page A2. Also in today's news, county making progress on housing goals, but projects in total may fall short of the 500 unit goal. So you can learn some about the big steps that are going on throughout Eagle County, especially in West Eagle on page A3. Also in today's news, Vail's $2.8 million plan to address staff compensation and benefits. On February 1, the town will be rolling out changes to strengthen its competitive edge. So learn a little bit more about employment at Town of Vail. Maybe you want to get a job there after reading this. And then Avon reports steady use of its e-bike programs. The Shift e-bike share program and e-bike purchase incentive programs get more residents on bikes in its first year. So these Shift e-bikes, they had stations in Avon, Eagle Vale, Lions Head, and Vail Village. We would see them. We would do a couple reports right out from the parking structure, the Village Transportation Center, and learn more about this. So you download the app, you put the money in, you kind of rent the bike for a little bit and go from point to point, and then you just drop it off and go. So pretty cool. Check that out on page A5. And then also in today's news, Vail skiers can see slash burns from the slopes. Don't be alarmed. These are scheduled burns and they plan to do it during this time of year, especially when we have so much snow. But the effort wraps up years of logging work in the Piney area. And in that photo, a large slash pile burns on the National Forest land 4 miles north of Vail in mid-January. The slash piles were lit on fire after the Forest Service approved the burn plan for an area logging project. So more on this. And a lot of times you'll see alerts on the electronic road signs, those message boards that'll say, controlled burn in progress, do not call 911. So that's kind of what's going on there. And then a few other things happening. We're getting more in sports, kind of going more in depth in how Schifrin showed she was the skier to beat. She did some events over the weekend also in Cortina, Italy, and they were more speed events. So she was getting, a little bit further back off the podium, 4th and 7th and that sort of thing. So she really didn't expect to get her 83rd victory there, but she was back doing the technical events. And that giant slalom is what got her to 83 wins. I think she'll make it. I think she's going to surpass Ingemar Stenmark, this great Swede. He won most of those were in the 70s and 80s. And Michaela, at 27, she's got plenty of time to reach 86 wins. And then she'll surpass male and female World Cup wins around the world. So pretty excited to see that trajectory that she's on. But right now, you can find your Vail Daily. You can grab it in newspaper dispensers from East Vail down to Gypsum, or you can always go online, vaildaily.com. We'll give you breaking news like we found out yesterday with Michaela winning her 83rd win to get the crown, and also breaking news on roads. And the roads are a little dicey this morning. I drove in, Leah drove in, we got Anthony in the back too. He drove in as well, and we get here, we're like, how was your drive? And we're like, yeah, I came in from Edwards and there was a lot of cars. I don't know if there was something going on or what, but there was a lot of traffic and we were going slow. We're kind of in like the 50-mile-per-hour range. My husband had to drive to Boulder this morning, so he took off a little after 5 a.m. He said he was behind the plows going up Vail Pass, and you could see the Vail Pass summit right up there. They've got some snow sticking to the roads, and then he said it was white knuckle from the top of Vail Pass all the way through Frisco and into the approaches to the Eisenhower Johnson tunnels. About 5 miles past the tunnel, it stopped snowing, and by the time we got to Georgetown, it was fine. But just do be prepared for this, especially today. We don't have a lot of accumulation, but it's just kind of what I call this nuisance snow, where you don't quite have the confidence to go very fast out there, nor should you. You should always reduce your speeds when we do have the snow and allow plenty of follow distance between you and the vehicle ahead of you. But things appear to be open. We do have the traction law in effect, and that's even for passenger vehicles. And what that means is that you've got to have the right kind of tires. They can either be snow tires or all season tires, and your tread. The tread is the big thing, and you can actually get fined if you don't have the right tires. If your tires are more bald and you're spinning out and you're causing accidents, yeah, that's not good. So make sure you've got the right type of tire for our road conditions up here in the high country. But let's bring in Megan again and find out a few more things that she's got to tell us this morning. She's wandering around. She started at Golden Peak this morning, and Golden Peak is where the Rivabon Express is. It's where Ski and Snowboard Club Vail is, the beginner lift, Gopher Hill. A lot of things go on over there, but I think it's underutilized, Megan. I sometimes go over there if I think the line's going to be long at Gondola 1.
Exactly. You were talking about Cascade being a great way to get up. So is Chair 6.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people come over here, a lot of locals or whatever, they'll just kind of skip Gondola 1, Egon, come over to Chair 6, get to 6, get to 11, get to the top, and they're on the backside, blue sky.
Yeah, perfect. I know. And you know what? And a few yeah, I like taking maybe the midway point of 6, and then I go down that little catwalk to chair 10. And then sometimes
Yeah.
I'll just
Oh,
make a lap on Blue Ox, especially if they groomed it. I like Black Diamond groomed runs. Bumps are a little bit harder on my knees. But that way you just start skiing, kind of right away. And then you can hop over to 11 and get back to the back bowls. But yeah, it's all about strategy. And then on the way down, I don't know if I told you this. I was telling maybe Heather, but sometimes when you come out of the back bowls, you did Blue Sky, you did the back bowls, and then you are trying to end your day. Let's say the lift line maybe a little long at 11. Just hop on
yeah.
6, download to the midway point, and then whippersnapper. You pretty much have the run to yourself at that time of day.
You got it. That's awesome. I'm going to have to try that one.
Oh yeah, that's a great one, and you can still get down to Vail Village from there. You'll pass by the Gopher Lift, and you just stay to the left. The signs will point you in the right way, and everything like that. Hey, do you have a lot of people at the Welcome Center that ask you about how to get around the mountain?
Oh, absolutely. I have the whole map laid out, laminated. I kind of give them the tricks of the trade. You know, if I'm at Lion's Head a lot, so a nice way is just going up Eagle Bond Gondola,
Yeah.
taking the Game Creek Trail, get to Chair 7, up at top of 7, and you can either go backside or stay in Game Creek.
Oh yeah,
Game Creek
yeah.
has some great runs. And
Well,
then for like you know, people that are kind of like beginners but not beginner, but want to kind of warm up, sourdough chair 14's
oh
great.
yeah, yes.
Yeah, so go Gondola 1 to Mountaintop Express chair 4,
Yep.
and they have a catwalk all the way to sourdough, and those are like short, green and blue runs, and they can go to Two Elk for lunch. That's a good
Well, and you
place
know
to kind
what?
of warm up.
Yeah, and that's a great place to send your lower level intermediates and beginners, upper level beginners. If you're in a big group, maybe some people want to ski the back bowls, some people want to do Northwoods and maybe cheer 4, but you could all meet for lunch at Two Elk. You could put your beginners
Yeah,
on sourdough lift and then
yeah.
be like, okay, 1 o'clock, let's meet over at Two Elk for lunch. And that way everyone kind of gets to do their own ability level. I always feel bad for groups where they're so divided on their ability level, and then you have one person that's scared to death, and then you have one person that feels like they're being held back. So yeah, it's okay. You can separate and
You
and
know
then
what?
come
It's
together at
actually
lunch.
Yeah, and what's actually really great about this mountain is every chairlift either has a green and a blue that meet at the chairlift, or a blue and a black, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
I
Yep.
mean, pretty much. At least for sure on the front side. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So
Definitely. Like Game Creek is a good example of that. You can send your upper level beginners down Lost Boy, And then,
Hmm.
more of your intermediates are doing dealer's choice and woods. And then,
Wild card, yeah.
yeah, yeah, then you could send your more experts down like Ouzo Glade, Faro, or if they want to do some showboating, they can just show their skills off right below the lift on showboat,
Yeah.
appropriately named for it.
Hmm.
Okay, cool.
And
All right,
Uzo. Oh, yeah.
yeah, and then
Twin Peaks are great.
Megan, I know you know a lot about the tours that happen,
Yeah.
the complimentary
Uh-huh.
tours on the mountain. So tell us about those.
So yeah, we have the front side complimentary tour, which is actually a good day to do the front side because you can get some. It's pretty flat light. So the front side tour is every day, Sunday through Friday. They meet at the Eagle Bond gondola at the top at 10:30, and they have the Blue Sky tours, back bowl tour. Those are one and the same. It kind of depends on who shows up. They meet at the Legacy Hut,
Yep.
which is on the top of Chair 4, and that's every day as well, Monday through Friday. The only days they do not do any tours at all is on Saturdays. It's just
Yeah,
too many people.
yeah,
And
we're
then,
busy.
yeah, yeah. But they're kind of fun. And if anything, definitely go check out the Legacy Hut because that's pretty spectacular. It's like we've talked about, it's like a museum.
Oh, yeah.
We also have the snowshoe tour, guided snowshoe tour at the Betty Ford Gardens. That's on Tuesdays and Wednesdays only, and that's at 10:30 to 11:30. So if you don't want to do the ski tour and you want to do the snowshoe tour, head on over to the Education Center at the Betty Ford Gardens, and they have that snowshoe tour on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 10:30, $10.
Okay.
They would like it if you sign up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can rent the snowshoes and do your own tour for $5.
Okay, perfect. You know what?
Yeah,
That's so awesome. And we always try to give people options to do if you're not skiing or snowboarding. A lot of times it's hard to maybe do those activities 6 days throughout your vacation. Maybe you're taking a little break. And I know in Avon at Walking Mountains, they've got their free nature walks that they do right out of that Avon the Tang campus. And
yeah,
depending on how much snow, you might be able to just do it in hiking boots, or they'll give you little snowshoes. And a lot of people don't know about Buck Creek and Buck Creek Trail. I was hiking that a lot in the summer before the lifts opened. And you're just of Interstate 70, but all of a sudden you feel like you're just in the middle of the wilderness, and you go up, and that's where they're going to take you. It's just from 2 to 3 in the afternoon. These are free nature walks that they do pretty much daily, except for maybe Sunday. I think they maybe don't do them that day. But you're going to be going with a naturalist. They're going to give you some information. You learn a lot. It's good for kids. It's good for all ages. So this is a great thing to do. Yeah, it looks like they do it every day except Sunday. So something cool to be thinking about. And that's pretty awesome. So, a few other things, Walking Mountains, there's such a gem that we have them here that educate us and really connect us to nature. And then they do tours also up on the mountain, and starting today on Wednesdays through
yeah,
Sundays.
yeah. No, Wednesday through
Okay, yeah,
Saturdays.
yeah,
And
yep,
so those are two tours a day, Wednesday through Saturday, 10:30 to 12 or 1:30 to 3.
yeah,
And that's Wednesday through Saturday. Like I said, RSP, it's on Walking Mountain, and you sign up there. And they would like you to be there right on time so they can fit the snowshoes. And you are guided with a naturalist who like points out, Mount Holy Cross, and it's really neat because they can
yeah,
kind of point out certain mountain ranges and things. And then the nature center there is pretty cute because they have like little animals, jaws, and they tell you all about the different mammals we have here. It's pretty,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That's perfect. Cool. Yeah. So
yeah.
just
There it is. Yeah,
go to the cart, and they can outfit you. And this is another one that they'd like you to sign up for. And they'll get your snowshoes all ready to go. Bring your snow boots or hiking boots for this. This is hard to do if you have ski boots, And there's lockers up there or down at the base if you want to ski part of the day and then do this in the afternoon, or morning and then ski after. You can really kind of just navigate it all if you just plan ahead a little bit with your footwear. But hey, Megan, have you heard of skimo?
ski. Yeah, I have.
Okay,
But I
so
do want
that
to say you have to be 10 years old to
oh,
do that tour on the mountain
okay,
for the snowshoe tour.
okay.
Just letting you.
Okay, yeah, just let us know. Okay, Megan's got all the details on that. Okay, now I want to switch gears to the skimo because the Vail Rec District, they do the Dina Fit trail running series in the summer, and they've got some fun things going on this winter. And they're going to be taking things over to Arrowhead this Saturday. It's an uphill and skimo race. So uphill means that you can either ski uphill, split board uphill. You can take the yak tracks or the spikes and just go up. And then you're just timed on the uphill. And then if you want to do the uphill and downhill, that's the skimo. That's the up and down. You're going to be going up Cresta and Powwow. And then you'll be taking Golden Bear down. Yep, here's the map. So the green uphill, going up Cresta and Powwow. And then you'll take Golden Bear, that's the red, all the way down. And that'll be for the skimo. And this is part of the Vail Rec District's Winter Racing Series. Bright and early, 7 a.m. is when this is going to be happening because you need to be up and down, once again, before the lifts open. And they've got everything you need to know about where to park and what the pricing is, where you can pick up your bib in advance. If you sign up earlier, you're going to take advantage of some early bird prices. And then afterwards, they're going to have an event at the Broken Arrow Cafe. They're going to have a post-breakfast, probably some hot coffee, hot chocolate for you, and then prizes for the top winners. And then also they're going to have plenty of things going on with a raffle as well. So Megan, if people really want to get their exercise, get their cardio, you could do it bright and early on Saturday morning.
Yeah. I'm going to be on with you, I think, on this Vail Daily on Saturday, so I have a great excuse not to do so.
Yeah, perfect. Now, what's interesting is they're going to do a few more. They'll do a Meadow Mountain Skimo on February 11th, and then the Vail Mountain Winter Uphill on February 19th. And woman that knows a lot about uphill, Megan, is Ellen Miller. She's climbed Everest from both directions. She's skied down some of the highest peaks in the world. She's climbed some of the biggest at Aconcagua and, some of the different ones across the world as well, the highest peaks out there. But we had a chance to sit down and have a little chat with her. So let's find out more. Here we are at Yeti's Grind in Edwards. It's time for Legends and Locals, and we wanted to introduce you to Ellen Miller, who's been in the Vail Valley for about 3 decades, but she has reached heights all over the world. Ellen, you've climbed Everest a couple of times from different directions. You've also climbed some of the biggest peaks, Aconcagua, Denali, and you even skied down one big descent in China. Where was this?
Mustagata.
I thought I'd let her say that one.
Very blessed.
I didn't know how to pronounce that one. But, you've climbed so many different places around the world, but you call Vail home.
Yes.
What made you move to Vail?
I came back in 1990 when Crossroads Shopping Center was there. And I came up to manage a little natural food store that was in Crossroads. It was called Alfalfa's Market.
Yeah.
So that's what originally brought me to Vail.
Where the other Yeti's Grind is.
Yes, absolutely.
By the way,
absolutely.
What are you drinking?
I'm having
Cheers.
mocha because I like to combine all kinds of great things like chocolate and coffee.
I'm having the Little Bear tea, which is pretty delicious. Mm-hmm. All right, but back to business. So you came to Vail, but you were still pursuing all these different endeavors. How do you train for Everest?
The great thing about living in Vail is training was so easy to access before work, after work, in the middle of the night. I was so lucky to always, and I still work basically at the base of Vail Mountain. So I have all of, I have 3,000 feet right there, vertical to train on, whether in the summer or in the winter on snow. And then I've been fortunate that I met other Vail locals that got me into all kinds of exciting things like adventure racing and things like that.
Oh yeah, I know. Do you remember the Eco Challenge, everyone? She was on the team with our other locals. Which team was that with? Mike Closer?
I was with Closer, Andre Bozell, Billy Madison.
Oh yeah.
That old group.
Dream team. Perfect.
We had fun. Those were fun days.
And when you were on Everest, were you ever scared?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, even if you're not scared at the moment of the height, you're scared, am I frostbiting my toes? Are my hands okay?
What I think is so interesting is you retired from all those, the adventure racing, the big, huge climbs, but your heart is still on the trail.
It is. You know, I still like to do little local races, and I'll always be a mountain climber. But as I've gotten older, I'm almost 64, I've kind of taken those experiences and tried to think about how I can give back to the community that has supported me for so long, you know. And I spend a lot of time now volunteering out on the trails for the town of Vail, for the Vail Valley Mountain Trails Alliance, and for the Eagle Summit Wilderness Alliance.
Okay, and the Vail Valley Mountain Trails Alliance, they give you an award. You were the 2021 Volunteer of the Year. You also won the Colorado Sportswoman of the Year back in 2002. Lots of accolades, but she's so humble. She's, you know what, when you meet her on the trail, and she's like, oh, do you need some assistance? Do you have any questions? You have no idea that you're talking to a woman that's climbed Everest a couple of times. But what do you love most about interacting with the public and kind of just propelling the sport of hiking forward?
Well, I love giving back to my community by volunteering, and I love interacting with the public at the trailheads by educating them. On, you know, when the pandemic came, Tricia, our trails were inundated, and a lot of folks that maybe didn't know about trail etiquette or wildlife policy, or, you know, picking up trash or navigation or things like that, they were new to the trails. So it's fun to stand out there and to be able to educate them about for example, our 5 wilderness trailheads there in East Vail. They are gems, you know. Or being a trail host for the town of Vail and welcoming people to Vail, making sure they had what they needed for their hike. And then for the the Vail Valley Trail Alliance, I stand at the seasonal wildlife closure gates and I tell people about the importance of not going into those closed areas because they're basically maternity wards for deer and elk.
You know, keep them in a safe environment. They were here first.
That's right. That's right. We're here in their home. So.
No, when you were younger, did you ever think you'd be doing this? Like, what advice would you give your younger self?
I grew up in a family, we were outdoorsy, and my parents were always involved in their communities. So I think the advice to give, that I would continue to give myself now is just one foot in front of the other. I mean, that's what got me up big mountains in the world, and it's how I've proceeded to age. You know, I feel so blessed that I can age here in the Vail Valley. It's such a healthy lifestyle. It's just keep moving forward.
Okay, keep moving forward, one foot in front of the other. That's the advice from Ellen Miller. Well, Ellen, thank you so much. Let's drink our hot drinks before they get cold.
Hi, I'm Peggy Ziegler, fashion guru and stylist for the outlets at Silverthorne. I'm here to share with you an amazing place called the Colorado Welcome Center. We've got fabulous brochures on all the nearby places and towns and things to do right here while you're in Summit County and visiting the outlets at Silverthorne. And of course, pick up your Elite Savings Card booklet, offering you fabulous discounts and a rewards program too. See you soon.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery is kind of a one-stop shop. We have everything in-house.
We have cast techs, MRI machines, x-ray of course right at the clinic, physical therapy right at our clinic.
I'm going to get to the bottom of what your diagnosis is with all the resources we have, and that's what we do.
Welcome to Nap Harvest. In January 2023, we are showcasing healthy habits. And you can start right here feeding your family healthy organic vegetables and fruits that are seasonal and local. They're all the way from Arizona with our wonderful, beautiful citrus fruits that we sneak across the border for. But don't forget our nap mushrooms, grown at 9,000 feet. Mushrooms are chock full of benefits for you. And then also the microgreens, also chock full of vitamins. Come see us at Nap Harvest in Eagle Ranch on Sylvan Lake Road next to Color Coffee. We're open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturdays and Sundays, 10 to 4.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Grand Hyatt Vail, Hyatt's newest luxury resort in Vail.
Welcome back to Vail Valley Live. We're going to be hopping out to Cascade Chair 20 in just a few minutes, meeting a few guests out there to do an interview right here at Grand Hyatt Vail. A great place to stay if you're looking for a place that pretty much has it all. It has the lodging, it has a couple different restaurants, the cafe and marketplace, the rentals are right here, and that Cascade Chair 20 lift. Basically never a line. And even if you're staying in Lion's Head, you can take the bus and pop on over here and get on Chair 20 and get your day going. But let's let you know how you should dress for the day and what you can expect weather-wise. We're going to have the cloud cover pretty much sticking with us for the next couple of days. We're looking at single digits right now on the valley floor, but up on the mountain, 0 at Beaver Creek and -1 over at Vail. So those temperatures aren't going to change too much in the next hour or two. Look, at even by 11 a.m., we're at about 4 degrees up on the mountain. So hand warmers, definitely boot heaters if you have them. The heated vest. You can buy those heated vests now, which is pretty cool. Even heated gloves are available in case you want to make the investment. But base layers, so key, and just having insulating layers as well. Plenty of hot chocolate breaks, and you can always hop on, maybe do gondola laps out of Lion's Head. That could be a good choice for you today, or take the gondola at the Centennial Lift. But what we're going to see for today, National Weather Service is calling for about an 80% chance of snow, not a lot of accumulation out of this. And then tonight we'll drop down into the single digits once again. Tomorrow we'll get into the 20s. So we're kind of sticking to this pattern. It feels very January-like out there with 20 degrees as a high, and we're going to remain in the 20s all the way until about Monday. Then we'll break into the 30s. Overnight low, single digits. We'll get into the low teens starting Friday for the weekend. So we'll be chilly for any of those, maybe a snowshoe hike at night. If you want to do that under the stars, the full moon should be coming here probably another week or so is when we'll be seeing that. And then accumulation, not much. We did get 4 inches new at Beaver Creek, 3 over at Vail. And then for Wednesday, maybe about an inch out of this is what Open Snow is calling for. By Friday, maybe 3 to 4 inches Friday, Saturday. And then Sunday and Monday, not much accumulation. And then by Tuesday, maybe another 3 or 4 inches for you. So that's kind of what the predictions are right now. So we're going to keep the cloud cover out there for a while. Put the sunglasses away. You're going to need the goggles that are going to have the flat light lens, something with a lighter lens to help you see the definition in the snow. But let's bring it out to Megan right now and talk a little bit about what's happening over at Beaver Creek and the Vail Performing Arts Center. So many wonderful shows that are happening this season, their 25th anniversary season. Oh, hey, you took a little walk over to Gandhi One.
I did. I had to keep it a little warm.
Yeah. I know your cheeks are getting rosy. I can see that. The weather is starting to affect you. But yeah, not too many people in line.
No, I'm
yet.
good. I'm good.
Okay, yeah, not too many people in line. Hey, but the Vail Performing Arts Center, I had a chance to go there on Saturday night. I know Heather went as well. We both saw Joe Nichols, who's been a country music artist. He was signed with a record company in 1999. And, he's just had an amazing career since. Really cool to see him in this intimate performance. He didn't have his big band behind him. They released an album in February, but he had 2 others with them. And they just played, they filled the room, of course, with their sound. But it's the 25th anniversary of the Vail Performing Arts Center. And were you here back then? Were you working up here when that opened?
Well, I got married up here in Beaver Creek 31 years ago. So yes, I was around at the Vail 25 years ago.
Oh yeah. No, it's really neat, and what a great venue that we have that we can call home.
Yeah.
I know that just last night they had a documentary, "The Mountain in My Mind," and it kind of touched on a lot of the different kind of taboo subjects like suicide and sexual abuse and body dysmorphia, but they were just wanting to bring the public out to normalize these conversations. Eagle Valley Behavioral Health was there. Beaver Creek, a resort, sponsored it. And so I know Anthony went to that, and he said it was good to see that documentary.
Was it good?
Yeah, and just get the conversation
going.
I
thought that the title of that movie, the documentary, is just the mountain. I thought it was so overwhelming. I loved it.
Yeah, very profound.
So I hope it was a good turnout. I hope
Yeah.
it was a good turnout.
Yeah, he said it was a good turnout. So,
Oh,
it just,
good.
yeah. So it's amazing. And that was a free event. Sometimes there's free events at the Villar too. But well, we got the calendar for you. Now, the next big event that's coming on, all right. So we have Bella Fleck and Abigail Washburn with the Colorado Symphony. So this is going to be super cool. It'll be February 2nd, 6:30 p.m. Limited seating available. And this is actually part of the classical series. When you hear Bella Fleck, you're like, what? But yes, Colorado Symphony is going to be playing with them. So get your tickets for this because I think this will be selling out. And there's really not a bad seat in the house. And then
No.
Megan, Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. You remember these guys?
Yes.
Zoot Suit
I'm going to be going to
Riot?
that. Yeah, I'm going to that show.
Oh, you
Yeah,
are? You're going to go?
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
I
gosh.
am.
Yeah, this
And
should be
then
fun.
we have some actually really great music coming up. Styx is going to be there.
Yeah,
Did you
yeah,
see Styx?
yeah.
I think I saw Styx on the calendar. It's all sold out, but
Yeah, yeah. Styx is going to be there. Let me see. I'll look for you. I'll see if it's sold out. We got the Peking
yeah,
Acrobats with the Shanghai Circus. Bradford Marsalis Quartet will be here. A little bit of jazz, and then I think where's Styx is sold out. You are correct.
yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
All right, maybe you can get on a wait list. Not that there's a lot of
Okay.
hope for that, but you can get on the wait list and everything. But yeah, really cool that they've got this going on. They just got their anniversary present, which is the Dale Chihuly chandelier that's in where the staircase comes down.
Yeah.
And you know what? Chihuly was planned for that way back in the day. And they even had Chihuly come out and look and like, okay, this would be great. But then other things took priority and probably costs, so that never happened. And so the fact that they're finally getting it now for the 20th anniversary, I was there when they did the dedication, and really kind of a special evening that they finally they had that vision for it. And Dale Chihuly, you know his work. If you go into Bellagio in Las Vegas, all those flowers, that glass art, that's his work. So that's the artist we're talking about.
Oh, wow. I can't wait. When is that going to be out? When is it?
It's
When
up.
is it happening?
It's up. They dedicated it earlier this winter, so it's there.
Okay.
And I think it was 204 pieces of glass, and they had two professionals that work with Chihuly's pieces, and they would just put the art together and everything. And
I'll,
another little
I'll
fun
have to look.
fact, a fun fact. You remember the Vail summer workshop? That had like Christo, and then of course Dan Talene, and some of the locals. They would do these summer workshops in the 80s, and Chihuly was one of them. Like Chihuly would come out. That's before he made it big. So that's how much Chihuly has ties to the Vail Valley. So that's kind of a cool little fun fact.
Yeah, that is. That is. I was so I went to a show during the Christmas holidays. It was the Led Zeppelin cover
Oh
band,
yeah,
and the Christmas tree. It was just like so beautiful. So I didn't even. I'll have to go back and check out the chandelier that you're talking about.
yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome. Hey, you know what? I got to get outside because I got to talk
Okay.
to Lisa and her friend Suzanne. But you know what? We want to let you know a little bit more about Michaela Schifrin and her ties to the Vail Valley. So I know Meredith had a chance to interview her way last spring. So let's find out what was on Michaela's mind last spring.
Hey there, we are here in Studio M at the Weston Riverfront Resort and Spa, and we are here with the one, the only Michaela Schifrin, our epic hometown hero. And we are so excited to chat with you today and just celebrate the success. I mean, we are so proud of you.
Yeah,
how does it feel returning home after the big Olympics?
It's good. Yeah, it's good. It's nice. I mean, the Olympics were in February already. It's nice to be back.
Mm-hmm. What have you been up to since the Olympics?
Well, after the Olympics, we had the rest of the World Cup season, so we were competing until March, and then came home for like 10 days. That was kind of a whirlwind because, you come home after approximately 6 months traveling, and there's a lot. There's just like boxes piled up and just everything that, I don't know, life continues even though you're not home. So just trying to get through all of that, and then actually went back to Europe for a training camp for some ski testing and some speed skiing. We went to Norway for the first time for this speed camp, so that was really awesome. And then I just got home again a couple days ago.
Awesome. So when you're not chasing the snow and it's the summer season, how are you training and how do you keep yourself busy?
Summer is really, it's a mix of traveling for ski camps and just a lot of time in the gym. And I mean, the gym here looks amazing. All the renovations and remodel, it's really cool stuff. So I'm really excited.
This whole studio is awesome.
It looks so good.
Studio M for Michaela.
But everybody can use it.
Yeah, exactly.
People were like, can I come in here? And I'm like, let me tell you something. I'm not using 4 treadmills on my own. So you can have at it.
That's the cool thing about the Westin. You can kind of bump shoulders with the best athletes in the world. So here, when you're in Vail, what's your favorite thing to do for fun when you're in the valley? Like fun and relaxation?
Well, one of my favorite things to do, period, is go to the movie theater.
Yes.
Love movie theater popcorn. Dinner, one of our favorite places to eat dinner is at Maya. Otherwise, just enjoying being home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Taking a walk.
Yeah.
The views are
enjoying the weather. We're getting into the really nice weather.
Exactly. All right, last question. So what is your advice for the next hometown hero?
Well, wear it proudly.
Yes.
I think we have a lot of hometown heroes in this valley. It's a special community with a lot of really inspiring people, and I don't know, I'm just happy to be part of it. So yeah, like I said, wear it proudly, but I think everybody sort of plays a role in that. So just enjoy being part of the community and hope you love it as much as the community loves you.
Absolutely. Well, we love you, and you inspire us so much with just your genuine and authentic self and your fierce beast of yourself, too. I mean, congrats on such a great year, and we're excited to see what's next.
Yeah. Well, me too.
Thanks.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery stands for providing the highest quality of care to our unique patient population here in the mountains.
I think that what makes us unique is that we really are practicing groundbreaking techniques, yet, we practice it in a small town environment. Our patients are our neighbors, and our kids go to school with their kids.
I think every one of our docs treat their patients like their family. Our goal is to keep you active, doing the things you want to do, and we'll map out a road to success to get you there.
Moet Vending for life's spontaneous, festive moments. Celebrate at the Grand Hyatt Vail.
Welcome to Nap Harvest. In January 2023, we are showcasing healthy habits. And you can start right here feeding your family healthy organic vegetables and fruits that are seasonal and local. They're all the way from Arizona with our wonderful, beautiful citrus fruits that we sneak across the border for. But don't forget our nap mushrooms, grown at 9,000 feet. Mushrooms are chock full of benefits for you. And then also the microgreens, also chock full of vitamins. Come see us at Nap Harvest in Eagle Ranch on Sylvan Lake Road next to Color Coffee. We're open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturdays and Sundays, 10 to 4.
We believe in the power of a live performance. We believe in making memories together. Join us as we celebrate 25 years of making moments that last a lifetime. Bringing concerts, comedy, Broadway, classical, dance, and family entertainment in the heart of the Rocky Mountains in Beaver Creek Village. View the full lineup and get tickets today at villarpack.org.
Hey everybody, we're down here by Cascade Shore 20, and joining us, we have some longtime visitors of the Vail Valley. We have Lisa Labgross. We also have her friend Suzanne Jasper, and they're taking it easy this morning. They're not other people would see it. They're like, it's a little too cold. We got that with the hiking boots this morning. So great to see you, and so great to see you again, Lisa. She's been a longtime fan of ours from one other station to when we started Vail Valley Live of 2021, and so she comes into our chats and we find out where in the world she, whether it's Antarctica or on some other fabulous trip. Thanks for making it here to the Vail Valley.
Thank you, Tricia. To meet you, and well, I met you before, but see you in person again.
I know. It's good to see you. You've got Susan with you as well. Now, you guys are to Vail for together.
25 years? 25 years.
Wow. Okay, as long as the Villar Center's been around. We were just talking about the 25th anniversary. And where are you from originally?
Pennsylvania originally.
Okay, and then you reside right now?
Just outside of New York City.
Okay, and then, yeah, you call pretty much anywhere home. She's on a trip all the time, but where are you based out of?
Right outside D.C. in Maryland.
Okay. What do you love about coming to Vail?
The snow, but I also come in the summer because, you know, you got to hike here too, so... But you know what? If they say you come for the winter and you stay for the summer, I'd rather come for the winter.
I know. Okay. I know. Yeah. And they take Chair 20 out because they stay in the Westville area. But today, like we said, they're going to let it warm up a little bit before they go up. But this is an easy chair to go on. But Ellie, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about your adventure over Thanksgiving, because we were all here doing the show. But while we were doing the show, these guys were busy. They were in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Tell us how this all happened.
Well, it really is all about being and who had do it for many years. So this was my first time. When we first 2020 the bus. Last year I was in Antarctica. So this year was the year of 22 was the year, and Susan is like hook up.
Yeah, Susan, tell us about this, being a balloon captain. How do you get this role?
Well, you have to spend at least years as a handler, and if there's an opening, then you go through training as a captain. Okay. So it's I lucked out that I was actually moved in after my third year of camp. Okay. So when I did, I just did 3 years and jumped right into a captain. But there's a lot of training along with it that you have to participate in. You actually have to do classroom training and field training to be able to actually do it, because you're responsible for the balloon and the people that are on the parade.
A lot of people. I thought there was maybe like a dozen people on each balloon. How many per balloon?
It depends on the size of the balloon. So I have to know a large balloon. We have 75 and 115 handlers for the balloons, because if the larger the balloon, the more handlers and ropes and bones that you have to be able to guide down. The weather can be a prediction, and if it's really windy day, you're holding on tightly, and everybody is supporting each other. And sometimes we double up on the bones for the handlers, because it's a lot of work.
Yeah, and
What was the weather like on this year?
It was a good day.
We got no wind.
No wind. Our balloon was flying high, so we didn't get on television. But that's okay.
Okay, and your balloon was SpongeBob. SquarePants.
Yep, this past year. Yes.
How do they assign the balloons?
That's the team. There's actually a team. Just the captain, the pilot. They are good at flying crews down the parade route. Wind coming on the wind along with the police department, and usually it's a big effort. You know, so the large balloons we always have two side captain, one head captain, someone who's monitoring the wind, and we always
a crew that comes in, and a lot of them are flying in for this.
Yes. Most of my handlers, I mean, it's not normally the case. A lot of my handlers, since my friends live around the country, who want to participate, they come in for the weekend and come in for the parade and have a great time. It's a fabulous day. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, you get up so early," and I'm like, "It doesn't matter."
Yeah, it matters. It's a great day. Okay, perfect.
It's incredible.
And are you gonna do it again?
To her, whether or not there's room for me, I'm ready.
All right, okay. Buy her some lunch in Vail. Bribe the captain to get you on the team again. And what's the next adventure for you? I know you were in Antarctica.
Right. Well, in March, I'm going to Alaska to see the Auroras, hopefully for the 5th time. And this summer, my husband and I are going to the Arctic to see the polar bears.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Hoping they're there.
Okay. Awesome. I want your travel schedule.
So do I.
Perfect. But thanks for being a fan of our show and
you.
chatting in with us. We love to meet our viewers.
Can I do a shout out?
Yes.
Rodney. How you doing, buddy?
Rodney, you're getting the shout out, buddy. Okay, perfect. Okay, thanks so much. All right. Hey, Leah, producer, Megan, I don't know, what do we have? 8:30? Okay.
31.
8:01? Okay, all right. Yeah. Well, I can just close the show, whatever you want. But I want to thank you all for watching today. And I thank Megan for coming in and report some basic issues at Golden Peak. We're over at Covered West, wall to wall today. Have fun out there, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.